Hello and welcome back to our playthrough. And we are still developing our economy, purging cats, and actually not purging. We are turning them into batteries and then purging them. So we are efficient. We're both killing them and actually using them to bolster our previously horrible energy income. And for now, as long as those guys are being our batteries, our energy income is really good. We can use this time to create enough surplus. So for the next war, hopefully this will be kept and we can even go into the minus, but we won't care because we have this will be a nice buffer and just wage a nice lengthy war, get some nice territory. So yeah, that's the plan. We've also created some robot templates, so we're gonna have a better economy now with a bit some micromanagement. And those are the first Nix Energy Workers Mark II that are ready. There we go. And let's clear those blockers. Right, so we can start thinking about our next target. And so those birds have been expanding quite rapidly. They have 10 planets now. Robots are still stuck with planet. I think their game is pretty much done. They are blocked. They have nowhere else to go. They have no planets to colonize. They are effectively done. And space dwarfs are punched in with their 10 planets and pathetic fleet. Provide a nice target for us. And of course we can continue punching the face of those space cats, which apparently has a Gaia world capital. Now looking at this, just completely, I just noticed this in their background. Where's the new capital? Bastu, that's the Gaia world. Let's see. Clever cats. This is on the other side of the galaxy. They colonized the other side of the galaxy, and this is the Gaia world. It's just a 12 planet size though, and it's not that good. Not that good. And if we clear the cats, we'll probably get into contact with those rogue servitors, which also has pathetic fleets. So we can pretty much, well, that they don't, there won't be any threat to us. How about those things? Pathetic fleets. Yeah, well, pretty much all options are open. Our navies is so strong they just outmatch the empires, so we should be able to march into their borders quite effortlessly. And yeah, still we should, before we go to another war, we should work and colonize the planets we've captured, like this one for example, which has a very good science output into it. Let's colonize it. And this is nice because we also have a new type of pops now. We have science pops. We can use them as well to colonize this planet and up with scientists. And so what's the closest planet? Let's see. That would be one of those. Let's see, Hydronus is close. Oh, there we go. Tara. That works. Let's get Energy Walker. Mark II. Colonize this. If we manage to fill up this planet, we'll get a big boost to our science, which is kinda falling behind slightly since we're so busy at building new energy plants. I think plants, right? Yeah, plants. Okay. So what is almost done. Let's get a mining station. Over here we'll get a control center. So advanced combat computers are almost ready. Okay, let's see how is our system here doing that we just gave to the sector. Looking good. Yeah, almost done here. Let's put the sector on general now, balanced focus. And now we got our computers. Let's see the next. Oh, look at this. Well. It's about time. Finally. Right. So let's go to our fleet and update its computers. So we have more evasion or much better tracking. And we're gonna go with evasion. We're gonna keep our corvettes at 90 evasion. I think we can even keep them. Okay, so that's our corvettes. For destroyers, gonna give them the same treatment. A better tracking computer. This computer gives additional plus 10 tracking. This is big. So more tracking for our computer makes the medium gamma lasers even better. Chance to hit. Okay. Yeah. Usually you're looking between picket or line. I prefer the tracking. I think tracking gives better value than the chance to hit, especially for inaccurate weapons like that have low base tracking, like medium weapons and large weapons, and for our cruisers. So the problems we previously had with large weapons is that they were fairly inaccurate in terms of tracking. And now our cruisers will shift roles into more mobile snipers and long-range snipers. And, because we have a better tracking computers, which will now give us 20 tracking, and because we also have the option to put 2 aux slots that gives you a chance to hit, if you add all this up, you get a very accurate usage of large weapons. So we're going to change the loadout of our cruiser. We're going to give it 2 large slots. We're going to use proton launchers for long range engagement. And I think, let's see what's better. In terms of DPS, gamma lasers win because proton launchers are just rank 2. Proton launcher has better range, but they deal far better damage against the hull. This is important. Same damage against armor, but the hull damage is very tempting. So despite lasers being slightly better in terms of raw damage, proton launcher has nearly double damage to hull. So this is important when going against other cruisers and battleships, which usually they have high hull values. I'm gonna go with 2 proton launchers, and we're going to accompany them with I think railguns. Give them a nice kinetic options to strip shields. So let's equip our cruisers. So what happened now is the proton launchers accuracy has been increased to 100, and their tracking has been increased into 20, 30, into 35. That's high enough to hit reliably anything except a corvette, which is perfect. And because corvettes are mostly dealt by our destroyers and corvettes, so cruisers should focus on the bigger targets, and proton launchers are going to allow them to do massive damage to destroyers and anything larger than destroyers, including. And yeah, so this is going to be our upgrade design. If you don't have proton launchers unlocked, lasers are the default options for this. You can just put lasers here, and they will do the job perfectly fine. But you generally want to wait for advanced combat computers and auxiliary fire control before you make sniping cruisers with large slots. And once you get those two, you can just transfer your cruisers to this loadout. This is a very, very effective loadout. Right, so let's upgrade our new fleets, cruisers. Okay. Are there, those robots are still in a defensive pack? Oh, they aren't. Um, so the birds have formed, actually, the birds have formed a federation with those planet thingies. So they are in a federation, in a three empire federation. This means that they are no longer in a defensive pact with the dwarves, which are now in a defensive pact with the robots, which are pathetic, and with the rogue servitors, which are also pathetic. So this is a good. This is gives us a good opportunity to make some to actually to open war on the dwarves and take some territory from them and weaken them even further. Since they are no longer protected by those birds, which are much they were the strongest of the three nations. It's the war, dwarves declaring the fanatic purifiers. The rogue servitors, even if we will get to a war against them, they have no means to reach our borders. They are completely blocked, so they can't even help their friends if these dwarves will get declared. And I think this is actually going to be our next goal. The dwarven capital is some systems away, but it is within reach. Boon is going to be our staging ground. We're going to upgrade it into a star fortress. We have also another base here, Romanok station. We're gonna make some adjustments here as well. And once we finish the staging grounds, we will probably assault the dwarves. Let's get some new ground armies. Actually, I want decent one. Go. So we'll get our armies from here, since we have a war factory. 4 should be enough. Okay, so this is going really nice. Soon we can should be able to upgrade this into administration. And once this robot is finished, I think this is going to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, another one. Then we'll be able to utilize those. We'll be able to utilize those tiles. And in the meantime, we should get a construction center going. Get some pops working here. Energy workers. This one. And so fleets have been upgraded. For some reason my corvettes backed out. See if we can fix that bug. Nope. It still wants to reinforce our corvettes despite them not needing any reinforcements. Just back with the fleet manager. Fortunately. Yeah. Well, apparently it bugged on everything. Yeah, it backed out. That sucks. It bugged on all 3 fleets got backed out. Oh well. Right, so let's move 2 fleets to the northern flank. Let's put Alpha and Beta into Boon. send them to the new star bases, and we're gonna put Gamma at the southern system, and we're going to make sure we can respond to anything coming from the southern flank, and we can also steal some more territory from the robots with no opposition, really. They just have some good planets with some good resources we can use and expand. Okay, I missed this. This is very bad. We need to balance out our minerals. I think this is yeah. That's because all our ships. That's because our ships left their docking stations. Okay, but that means we need more mineral income. Although this is temporarily, we should get some more mining stations going now. I think this is going to be a potential mineral colony once this cats will be purged in 3 years. And just as we planned, as in 3 years the cats are gone, and we've just reached energy credit cap, which is very good. It's going to be a very useful buffer because this income is going to drop once the all those cats are going to be purged. So transports are on their way. We're going to they're following. Which fleet are they following? Just make sure they aren't following Gamma Fleet, because they are following Gamma Fleet. We want them to follow one of the northern fleets instead. Let's redirect them. Finally, energy power plant tier 3 has finished researching, and excuse me, can research now is honestly, plasma isn't really needed because of neutron torpedoes, so we can really skip that. The advantages that plasma has over neutron torpedoes mostly is the armor damage. It shreds armor faster, but it is less accurate, it's less range, less hull damage, and more shield penalties. So I think neutron torpedoes are a direct upgrade to plasma in general. And let's get to physics labs instead. Okay. Yep. We're preparing for war against the dwarves for some more territory grab. We are planning to expand both on the dwarven territory and to take some more territory out of the bots. And this planet is slowly taking shape. In this sending insults. Oh, you're going to regret this soon enough. Okay. Get the control center over here. And yeah, okay. So the fleet says the first two fleets just finished docking. We've got our mineral income pumped back, but this just shows that we need to build more mining stations. Every time we increase our fleet number, our mineral income drastically decreases. So we need to expand further, and we should be able to fill up all those planets once the cats are gone, and we should be finally will be possible to build more bots. Okay, so we are upgrading our deployment post into administration, and then we can build Betharian stone power plants. This is going to give us a huge boost in energy production. This is just what we need right now. construction is up. Just so you know, every empire type gets a different planet, a different building here at the sync. I think driving the simulators and yeah, driving the simulators gets a completely different building here, and same as organic empires also get something else. So this is really something that changes depends on what you play, and control center is a very nice building for that only determined exterminators get. The unity output is also very good. So the dwarfs are feeling brave, and they are declaring wars. We can spy directly on their fleets. The death of the Great Khan. Details of the scars. Intercept communication indicated that the Great Khan was poisoned by one of his more ambitious warlords in an attempted coup. With her beloved leader gone, a vicious power struggle has erupted in the... that name is Horde. So the great rampage of the marauders have finished. They'll probably settle now for their territory. So there's that on the Galaxy News, and the cats are gone. And for some interesting reason, we still get to keep that huge income, unless it hasn't updated. Nope. Yeah, all cats are gone, but those cats are still alive. Okay, but we can finally colonize, build some pops. So let's fill the correct workers for the job. So energy workers are going energy planets. Miners are going to work over here. Researchers over here. Right, so let's queue some buildings. Oops. Let's get some. Let's get spare unit parts. Get ourselves some unity production buildings, and let's make it a balanced planet. Actually, we need more minerals, so let's get some minerals. Energy worker over here. Miner right there. Researcher over here. Something over here, and this planet is pretty much been queued up. There is that. Yeah. Now we also have some cats here which are going to be forged in 3 years. Let's fix this structure. We can build something up. Let's get a miner here and build a mining station. And the administration have been built, and we can finally build those Batarian power plants. We will also construct. Where is the Nexus? Oh, I constructed the Nexus here by mistake. There should be a power plant here. This is going to be the Nexus. This is going to give us a nice boost to energy once all this is done. The Horde splinters, and they've split it into I think they are militarists. Yeah, xenophobe militarists. Okay. Alright, so they are still going to make problems, I think. Oh, there are several of them. Okay, they've split up into several players, it seems. Okay. Okay, Physics Labs is almost done. So is Galactic Administration. They declare rival on each other. They're probably going to start a civil war between themselves. That's going to be funny. Okay, so there we go. Neutron torpedo launchers. Second, the final upgrade. This is going to be a huge upgrade to our tier 1 torpedoes. Very early to get them at this stage. Really got lucky with the roll on these ones. That probably came at the cost of the power plants. And we are at our colonized planet's max cap. Let's see if we can give something to our sector. Yeah, so this is pretty much done. Finished queuing everything up here. We can give this to our sector. Okay. Give him some systems. Let's see, so the cats, just waiting for the cats to get purged. Associations. Get an energy building over here. Alright, so we should work on increasing our naval capacity. See how those starports are doing. And we can upgrade them, both of those dedicated. Both of those are dedicated into anchorages. We can upgrade them. Because we are running out of space. Or we can build one here. Two actually. And switch one of those into a shipyard. I don't know why he decided to construct missiles, because we have like no missile technology at all. Okay, 30k energy credits cap. Perfect. And we have civic. So we need the naval capacity, so we're gonna go with naval capacity. Just what we need. Now we get to choose a third civic slot. Let's see our options. Alright, so building cost reduction is nice. Constantly constructing stuff. Leader recruitment, absolutely useless. Factory overclocking, leader level cap +10, leader experience gain +10. This is a pretty decent perk. A civic, it will increase your leader's skill in pretty much everything. Researchers will get more research speed. Admirals will get slightly more fire rate. Experience gain is also nice. Research speed engineering is a very, very good boost to engineering research. It gives you faster technologies. This is another great option. Edict cost, we don't really need that. We already have plenty of influence. Robot build speed increase is also decent. Research alternative, not needed. Monthly unity, not really. Robots, let's see how much I'll pay for army upkeep. Army upkeep only 22 minutes. It's like nothing. And consumer goods. Let's see, consumer goods are 97. That's just doesn't come close to how much we pay for a ship upkeep, so it's not going to make much of a difference. Maybe 10 minerals less, just worth it. So what we are going to use, I think we're going to use with what is that? We're going to get the either the engineering boost, which is very nice, gives us a nice boost into engineering, or the robot build speed, which lets us populate colonies faster. However, I think this is going to lose value once you actually finish populating your planets, so I think engineering is always going to be useful. Even once research everything, we still get the repetitive technology, so there's always value coming from this. And I think this is what we're going to get. So we will take introspective, reform, and there we go. We'll get a nice boost into engineering. Plus, it will also help us modify our robot pops faster, because when you use the machine templates, oh wow, when you update them, this comes from your engineering research stuff. So this will help goes faster. And yeah, the models are engaging in pretty much a civil war between them. And the cats are gone. So let's fill up the gaps. Let's get some stuff over here. We should fix this up. And let's get some mining stations, and maybe even a uplink node for some extra unity boost. And we're gonna fill up the rest of this stuff with mining station. So researcher is needed, but let's get some miners. And yeah, so $10 is set. We can give it to our sector. Right, so next we have our science. This is our science planets, which were completely neglected. Let's get some researchers. So once those circuits are purged, they are gone for good. And so is our energy credit boosts that we got from them. But just look at this. With those 4 buildings, I have 58 energy credits coming out just from this system, this planet, which is amazing. Let's get some more of that. Both declarations of rivalry everywhere. So minerals are a bit struggling. How's our sector doing? Our sector is nearly kept. Can actually take some minerals from him. And let's see how's the dwarven fleets are doing. So they are invading. They are in the middle of a war. And what's the best time to declare a war on another empire? If it's not when they are already during a war. Just backdooring is just so much fun. Earthquake. Uh-oh. Happiness -5. Oh no. This is terrible. What are we going to do? I mean, our robots aren't going to be happy. Okay. What the hell is this? I can't clear this blocker. Subterranean colonization. Ah, okay. I need to research that. Never mind. Yeah, we don't have the technology to clear those desert tiles yet. That's the first desert planet that we colonize. So, battleships are up soon. Precursor discovery. That's nice. Eventually we will complete the precursor chain, I think. And we have 2 out of 6 artifacts. Alright, that's it for this episode. And I'll see you on the next one, where we will probably declare war on the dwarves and commence in another conquest for the glory of, just purging the galaxy really of any organic life. See you on the next episode.